They've got a lead now of 3 minutes and 35 seconds as we just look at the back of the peloton here. They're heading on towards the second climb, which is there, the start of the second climb over Brecon Beacons, and this is a 7 kilometre long ascent. The leading group just starting the ascent now. Big Magnus Backstead, there you can see him, number 152, who's having quite a good ride today, slipping away in this group. 6 minutes and 59 seconds behind the overall leader, and he is the top placed in the standings. So we are set. The pattern of the race here is indicating exactly what Rob Hales and myself were talking about overnight, that Jonathan Tiernan-Locke of the Endura racing team, I feel, is going to make his move when we get to the Caerphilly mountain, that they've got to climb twice this year. Look at the crowds assembled here, Rob, on the second of the climbs. Yeah, they are massive.
Well, the crowds have been out on the flat in the towns, but on the climbs here, it's certainly where crowds like to come out. The riders obviously passing a little bit slower, so they get more of a view. And what a view they've got. They'll be able to see these riders coming.
This is more a climb similar to the ones that they encounter on the continent, isn't it? It's long and they can get into a rhythm as opposed to the ones that reared up yesterday.
Yes, this is not too steep, this one at all, but it is long, as you've said, 6.9 kilometres, 4.2 miles in old money, and plenty of vision for people to see them coming. The peloton here, when they get to that open section that swings round to the left, they may well be able to get a glimpse of the group that they're chasing. Setting good tempo here with the IG Sigma rider Dan Craven in his wheel. Christian Haas just going out of our screen.
Well, they're certainly tapping it out here, aren't they? And they're closing in towards the top. He's happy, isn't he? Bill Blocky. I'm enjoying myself today. There's confirmation of the advantage then. It's 4 minutes. A window of advantage for the 6 of 4 minutes, but for how much longer? It's just like a taper burning down, and you feel there's going to be a sudden explosion of action as Orica GreenEDGE are there right on the front, looking after the interests of the IG Gold Jersey leader of Leigh Howard. Now then, we're waiting to see whether Christian Haas is going to collect the 10 points on the top again here. Generous applause reverberating around the mountain here. In fact, the applause is resonating all over the Brecon Beacons as the Tour of Britain powers its way towards the crest here of the second climb of the day of Brecon Beacons. And they really are flying, and Christian Haas looks composed in that super silky smooth style, with his hands in the centre of the bars, crouched down, and he can see ahead now the pennants fluttering on each side of the road that tells him the line is getting nearer. He's looking for the 10 points. Magnus Backstead in the wheel of Christian Haas. No one in this group has got any points up until today, so they're not going to challenge Haas, so they will allow him to go over the line first and collect the full 10. Great riding here then by the skipper of the Rafa Condor squad. Here he comes then, up to the line, 10 points to add to the 10 he got at the top of Come Owen. So that's 20 in the bank for today, Rob. 86 points now his tally. This King of the Mountains competition is becoming his own property.
Bernard Eisel, Jeremy Hunt, Team Sky. This is the first time we've seen Team Sky on the front of the peloton. They've got their one lone rider now, that one card to play, Christian Knies.
Approaching the summit then, and the line. And it doesn't look, again, as though Urtasun is bothered about picking up any points, and it's looking very much as though it's going to be Orica GreenEDGE that will pick up the 7th place points. Yep, 4 points then going to the rider from Orica GreenEDGE. So that's the second mountain tidied up then at Brecon Beacons. 124 kilometres covered, and as you can see, 62 to go.